little tattletales. How you doing? Well, if you are Kanye West, baby, you are throwing us a loop for loop. And baby, we love it. Y'all, what am I talking about? As you know, they showed a snippet of Kanye West's Good Morning America interview. Now listen, when they got this interview, they must have realized they had gold because they're showing the whole thing tonight, which I am going to cover. But in the meantime, let's break down what he said, especially the stuff he said about Sway. I know y'all heard it. Kimberly Noel Kardashian is queen. Shout out to Coming to America. And also, what is going on with Addidas? Because y'all, I'll say one thing. Kanye gives a good interview. He is always going to be entertaining, love him or hate him. All right, let's get into this. But before we do, hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget, tomorrow I am doing a live with Miss Fashion Bomb Daily. We're actually breaking down what's going on with Kanye, Adidas, the fashion industry, representation. Does he have a point? Is he putting 20 on 10? And also how he can move forward. What's more, she's going to be talking about her life, how she came up out of nothing with no support, right? She came from the dirt like Derek, whatever. I'm trying to quote a line from Dreams and Nightmares. I know I just got it wrong, but all jokes aside, she is up to 2 million views on her Instagram. It's going to be good. Join live and we'll be taking questions. All right, let's get into this. All right, now listen, you know mama loves a good monetization, so we're going to have to listen to this audio. Hold on. Oops. Now, the first part is Kanye is like apologizing for the part he played, the role he played with Kim. Listen to this. Now, mind you, we're going to break this down. Hold on.
Stress that I influence and my frustration because God calls me to be stronger, but also ain't nobody else finna be causing no stress either.
Now, pause right there. Ain't nobody else going to be fitting to cause no stress. Let me just say this. Kanye, go ahead and rep your set. Listen, I understand where he's coming from. If it is my family, I'm repping my set. Like I can get rah-rah, I can curse them out, I can go at it on the phone with my mama, but you better not. I can go at it on the phone with my man, but you better not. I can do that with my family. You better not. I get that. But here's the thing, and this is what I keep saying, can Kanye's clout cover her? Because causing stress. Kimberly Noel is the one out here causing stress and Panda Noah. She literally is the fire starter. You literally married into the Fire Nation. And Kanye think he's like on mixed with like the Water Tribe. Babe, you literally married into the Fire Nation. And now you sit there talking about ain't nobody been to start no stress. She is the stress. She is the pain. She is the drama. And you're literally standing in front of her because I get it. She's the mother of your 4 children. But Kanye, there's some dissonance and it's cool. I see what he's doing. Kanye is powerful. He got a lot of powerful friends. He is universally respected. Between Kanye and Ray J, which way you think they're gonna flow? Ray J or Kanye? Seriously, of course they're going to Kanye. My whole thing is, Kanye, you can rep your set and no one's surprised at that. But how are you gonna get mad that you literally are trying to defend the Fire Nation? Literally. You're literally trying to defend the Fire Nation while they're trying to give Earth Tribe realness, but everybody sees them like you are the fire starters. Shout out to the last Avatar. Don't watch the movie. Watch the cartoons. It explains life, ties it up, right? I want justice for Appa, right? I remember when they took Appa, what is it, the Sand Tribe, enslaved Appa. I was sick. I literally stayed up to find out what happened. That's how real it was. Anyway, so let's continue because he says a couple of interesting things. But one, you're apologizing to Kim for starting stress. I think we can let everyone know where they are. Kanye and Kim, it looks like Kim is trying to give Kanye the Scott treatment where they're family, you know, there's little sleepovers, they're this and that, and he's always going to be there. Also, it's not a bad thing because think about it from Kim's logistical point. You just broke up with Pete. You can't go jump to another man just like that. I mean, you can do what you want, but you know how like the Kardashians are always like, we're God-fearing women, right? You're not just going to jump to another man because you're scared about what happened with Chris Humphries. Plus, Pete did make you look stupid. So what do? You got to chill. You got to marinate. You got to hibernate until the block isn't hot anymore, right? and then you can go out and get your next victim. Who better to hibernate with? Who better to lay low with until the block cool down? With Kanye West, somebody that loves defending you, and someone low-key you love defending. Kanye West has a vision, right? And he does not let that vision be disturbed. He doesn't care who you are. Quiet as his kept, and this is going to make a lot of Kim fans mad. Kim loves Kanye having that type of control, and Kanye loves controlling. Seems like a match made in heaven, but let's continue. Hold on.
This person to be stressed in the best sound mind and as calm as possible to be able to raise those children.
Do you feel you have a voice as you're co-parenting now?
I do have a voice, but I had to fight for it. That hurts you when you have to like scream about what your kids are wearing, and it's just
okay. So he's about to get into the discussion with Adidas, but again, I listen. People drag Kanye all the time. At the end of the day, he picked Kimberly Noel to co-create with. He chose to have some Fire Nation babies, right? Fine. I can honestly say, from a woman's point of view, man's point of view, I mean, I'm not a man, but okay, that makes perfect sense. Why is everybody getting so upset that he's saying that he's not trying to upset or drag or destroy the mother of his children? Do y'all want him to? What did y'all think was going to come out of this man's mouth? F her, let's get her locked up. Come on, Ray J, ram her ass up. Like, what did you expect to come out of this except for, to me, as much as people want to call Kanye crazy and this and that, this is the most real, sane thing that anybody could say. And I would hope every man, woman, and child feels that way about the father and mother of their children. Now, we can have a whole masterclass discussion on whether Kim feels that way about Kanye. Let's go.
what was happening at Gap, what was happening at Addidas, and what was happening in my home. It was all a kind of a disregard for the voice of something that I co-created. I co-created the children. I co-created the product at Addidas. I co-created the product at Gap. There's a parallel, and the parallel does touch on discrimination.
Even within your marriage?
Yeah.
How do you move forward now?
Okay, so let's touch on that. So you're sitting there saying ain't nobody else gonna cause stress. But the stress that Ray J's trying to cause is holding Kim accountable for literally using racist tropes and narratives, if Ray J can be believed, racist tropes and narratives to paint herself as the victim preyed upon by the scary man that's darker than a paper bag. Kanye, Kim then, it looked like, at least from the outside looking in, use those same tropes to have America go at you. Right? Remember when you was the next OJ and all this other stuff, and Kim was sitting there saying, I just want peace. The same stuff she was sitting there when Ray J said, you literally told people I argued when you were a part of this, and your mama helped us get this off and actually approved after she watched what tape. So and then you're sitting here telling us that your wife used discrimination in the household against you, a black man, with your black children, and you need her to be as calm as possible. I would just say this, right? You know, I get it. Kanye freaked out a lot. Again, this is my interpretation. Who knows what he was thinking? Kanye freaked out a lot about him not being able to be involved in the kid's life. Because Kanye, for whatever reason, maybe it's ego, maybe it's pride, maybe it's hubris, maybe he actually knows what's going on. At the end of the day, the reason you freaked out when you got cut out of the kid's life is because I think you've seen Kim do shady stuff. According to Ray J, you knew about the shady stuff. You didn't know about the crazy, allegedly sick stuff that Ray J said Kris Jenner did. But you somehow thought that you could come into the Fire Nation and control, right? You thought you were Uncle Eero. Is that who it is? Uncle Eero. I'm little drummer boy. Listen, for anyone that's watched Avatar, you get in these things. It's so like, Avatar explains life. But you literally thought what? You was gonna walk in and be Uncle Eero or whatever his name is, right? Hold on, let me get his name. Let me not disrespect that man's legacy. Sorry, guys. I had to stop. I was right. It is Kanye West think he's Uncle Eero, right? And what is it? Eeros tell a Bong Sing Se, there is no war in Ba Sing Se, right? And Eero was singing Leaves from a Vine, little drummer. I'm telling you, you're gonna tear up, but you gotta watch it from the beginning. But let me get back on track, right? Listen. Kanye thought he would come into the Fire Nation, and if he's just stuck in there, he would control the Fire Nation and teach them to be what? More human, more magnanimous. Baby, it's the Fire Nation. Again, the dissonance, Kanye, the dissonance. And listen, we all know, right? That Kanye has never made a secret of the fact that Kim is his kryptonite. But let's see if he got enough clout for people to ignore this. He also brings up the thing about he's facing discrimination in Adidas and Gap. I 100% believe he is. I know a lot of y'all think that that's his punishment for dating Kim or supporting the Fire Nation or whatnot. Listen, I don't believe the world works like that in karma, because if it did, there'd be a lot of powerful people that weren't powerful, and there'd be a lot of people laying on the street living in mansions. Don't sit here and talk to me about karma, because now we get into class system, we get into the caste system. Bad things happen to good and bad people, just like good things happen to good and bad people. But I will say this, it 100% from my mind is discrimination. And just because you just want Kanye to shut up don't mean that he's not being taken advantage of. And it doesn't mean that whatever trails he blazes and rights he wins won't set the template and the precedent for all creators, Black, white, Puerto Rican, and Haitian, to go through those and have greater control, greater respect, and of course, greater money on the back end. Recognize the battle being fought. Maybe you don't care because you work a 9 to 5, but that don't mean that nobody that you love or care about now or in the future won't benefit from that. The fact that people are siding with a corporation that doesn't even care about nowhere and anything, it's crazy to me. Anyway, let's get, also that's what we're going to be talking about in the live tomorrow with Miss Fashion Bomb Daily 2 million, and she is the illest the realest and the realest in the fashion industry when it comes to these conversations about creator rights, diversity, inclusion, and she can give us even crazier, greater insight on what's going on with Kanye. But let's continue.
Fashion industry, they're saying you can't even not only show Yeezy products, but anything bearing that likeness.
Stop, pause. Second of all, who is Kanye's lawyers? It's all from Tasha K's trial writing these contracts out for Kanye West. How do you negotiate a contract where you own 100% of Yeezy, but the actual rights, the imagery, even the net, you can't promote or use anywhere else? How did you get put into that deal? And if you did, what was the benefit of the bargain? How can you say you own something when you can't use it the way you want? Whoever those lawyers are, you need to fire them. Looks like he heard. They got some new lawyers. All right.
Really had to level up and really show who's the new boss in town.
He now plans to sell the Yeezy brand directly to consumers, something he argued about with radio host Sway in 2013.
This is the best part.
To empower yourself and don't need to do it yourself. Sway, take a few steps back to go back to that.
So Sway said, man, why don't you do it on your own? Was he right?
You know, I would go ahead and say Sway had the answer. I know people are gonna be like, no.
So social media, you feel, is that more?
Okay, so Sway had the answer. I will say this, Sway did have the answer, but they were actually both right. Now Kanye financially is in the position to go direct to consumers. And we're gonna talk about this tomorrow on the live. She's gonna break it down, an actual expert. But I will say from what I've seen in market trends, right? Online retail seems to be growing, but even online retail, all retail is seeing a stiff decline. There is a recession coming. I see why Gap and Adidas didn't wanna open any stores. However, there is always an exception to any rule. Even when they say what goes up must come down, there's always an exception to every rule. Yeezy, Kanye's brand, is the exception to the rule. Now, why is that? There's something about Kanye's brand. Well, I can go and explain, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. where they actually do better in the store because Kanye is selling a lifestyle. Kanye is selling a wrap around brand. He's not selling the t-shirt. He's selling the image and the cool and the status and the elitism and the community that comes from putting on Yeezy, right? People like the joke, it's a cult, but it is a cult of personality, and Kanye is at the head. He is the best and the illest and the realest when it comes to consumer marketing, consumer brands, consumer outreach. He knows. He will be that, and it's so stupid they couldn't actually see the future, because you know how it is when it comes to corporations and boards. They don't want to see the future. They just want to milk the present for as much as they can. It will become a shining example of where things are turning. Not even that, with the younger generation, they like, with the rise of ASMR, and I know I'm making all these analogies, but you'll get it. They want to see something real. They want to touch, they want to feel, they want to interact, okay? Yeezy's also going to provide that. He is one of the rare cases that if I had to bet, I would wager money on the fact that his actual stores, the physical stores, are going to beat out everybody again. But Sway had the answers. Hold on.
Beneficial to you.
That's what
Pause. Let me tell y'all something about Kanye. Y'all can say what he wants. This is the dumbest analogy I've ever heard, and I don't know why everybody's hyping him up. No, hear me on this. It's not, listen to the analogy, because it's not dumb as if it doesn't make sense. It's just so, listen, like me talking to third graders.
my favorite question is, I mean, we can use it.
Pause on Kanye's media training. I'm glad you asked me that. That's one of my favorite questions in the interview. Boy, if you don't get new media training, because I know you practice sports, you have media training, but it's supposed to sound like it's your own words, not, I'm glad you asked that. That's one of my favorite questions in the interview. Kanye, stop it. You playing.
Car to rush somebody to the hospital. We could use a car and accidentally hit somebody while we're rushing somebody to the hospital. So it's all in how we use it.
Do you have future political aspirations?
Yes.
Okay, so the rest of the interview is going to be up tonight. I am going to watch it, but let me say, yeah, you better than that. It's all I'm glad you asked that. Because cars can be used to take people to the hospital, but can also be used to hit people. Yay, you better than that. Yes, we get it. Like, something is not inherently good or bad. Not even personality traits are inherently good or bad. It's all in how they use it. Somebody can be giving, loving to a fault, and that's great when you're around people that honor that. It could turn you into a doormat and make you waste your whole life away if you're around somebody that's going to use you. We get it. Kanye, will you answer the question? What do you honestly feel about social media? And if it is, it's like, it's cool, but there's good and bad, like little third grade kindergarten answer. That's a great question. Like a car that can take somebody to the hospital, it can also run you over. Thank you for explaining life to 3-year-olds. If you don't answer this question, I hope he gets more in depth. Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments. But I'll say one thing, I get it. Kanye's throwing his cloak of protection over the mother of his 4 kids. But like I said before, is his clout big enough and strong enough to withstand literally trying to protect Kim from all the sins of her mom? I don't know. I know Yeezy is saying yes, but we will see. Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.